The Mystery of Ravenshade. The Kingdom of Silence. Liam Moreau was only 17 when he became the leader of Ravenshade. The town had been without a mayor for months. The last one had vanished without a trace. No blood, no signs of struggle, just an empty house with the candles still burning. Ravenshade was an isolated place, its cobblestone streets lined with leaning houses, their gas lamps flickering weakly against the thick mist that rolled in every night. The townspeople spoke in hushed tones, glancing over their shoulders, always locking their doors before sundown. Liam didn't believe in their superstitions. He believed in power. He had been raised by a father who had ruled the town with an iron grip. And when the old man died, Liam saw an opportunity. He convinced the people that he could protect them, that under his leadership, Ravenshade would be safe. He built a massive stone wall around the town. He enforced curfews. He forbade anyone from going near the woods. At first, the people were grateful. Then, they started disappearing. It started small. A widow who lived at the edge of town never came to market one morning. A blacksmith's apprentice failed to show up for work. Their houses were undisturbed. Their beds were still warm. Then the rumors began. The fog took them, the villagers whispered. Liam dismissed their fears, blaming outsiders. Someone is taking them, he insisted. Not something. But then he heard it for himself. One night, as he walked home from a town meeting, a voice drifted through the thick, suffocating mist. Liam Moreau. He froze. The street was empty. The gas lamps flickered. The fog curled around him, thick as smoke. Then the voice came again. Not one voice, but many. Our kingdom must have a king. Liam ran. By the end of the month, more than half the town was gone. Their homes stood empty, their doors swinging open in the cold wind. One night, Elias, Liam's 10-year-old brother, shook him awake. His eyes were wide with terror. "They're outside," Elias whispered. Liam grabbed a lantern and moved to the window. The town's square lay still, shrouded in mist. But something shifted in the darkness. Silhouettes stood just beyond the gaslight's reach. Still figures, watching. Liam's breath hitched. Then, one of them stepped forward. Liam raised the lantern, and his stomach lurched. It was the mayor, the one who had vanished months ago. His face was blank, his mouth slightly open, his eyes sunken into the hollow of his skull. And he was whispering, Our kingdom must have a king." The fog surged forward. The lantern flickered, then died. Elias screamed. Only Liam and Elias remained. "We have to leave," Elias pleaded. "They took everyone." Liam refused. This was his town, his people. He had promised to protect them. But the whispers grew louder. That night, as Liam stood alone in the town's square, the gas lamps flickered and died. The whispers rose to a deafening chorus. Our kingdom must have a king. The fog coiled around him, thick and suffocating. He turned to run, but his feet wouldn't move. A chill crept up his legs. Liam looked down. His boots were sinking into the cobblestone, his flesh hardening, his skin turning gray. His breath caught in his throat. The whispers laughed. Elias ran toward him, reaching out, but it was too late. Liam's mouth opened in a silent scream, his body frozen in place. By morning, Ravenshade was gone. No buildings, no roads, just an empty field of twisted trees. The only thing left standing was a single stone statue, Liam Moreau, mouth open as if giving orders, forever trapped in silence. Elias fled. He became a wandering man, an old storyteller who warned travelers never to seek Ravenshade. The fog will find you, he would say, and if you listen too closely, you'll never leave. And on certain nights, when the mist is thick and the air is deathly still, some say they hear whispers from the darkness saying, "All hail the king."